White Pony Productions presents 3D Portal Adventure, a cross-time cafe tale, featuring Addie as Lady Beth, Shatul88 as Cat Dude, Makey Antia as Tiger T, Fetid as the Captain, with Asclepius as the narrator. Lady Beth and White Pony are the creations of Scudder, White Pony, Kidwell. All other characters come from their players at the Crosstime Cafe. http://whiteponyproductions.com. Produced and edited by Asclepius. Patiently, Tiger T and the Cat Dude waited as Lady Beth negotiated their passage aboard the ship moored to the causeway. Presently she returned, and the two felines snapped to attention. In her right hand she had 2 stacks of gold coins, 10 in each stack.
Thank you both for waiting. This next part is very important. I'm giving you both 10 gold coins each. When you board, first give 5 coins to the captain, then give 1 coin and 1 coin only to each of the remaining 5 crew members. This is extremely important.
Acknowledging Beth's instructions, Tiger T and the Cat Dude crossed the gangplank and boarded the vessel. There, they were met by 6 beings. All were of the same race, but one that neither of the 2 cats had ever seen before. The crew averaged a little over 1 metre in height, were covered in a fairly plush fur coat, and each wore a black thong at his waist. The captain alone wore a coat, the rest were topless. Tiger T and the Cat Dude immediately paid out the captain and his crew precisely as Beth had instructed them. The captain then climbed up to the wheel deck and addressed the felines.
Welcome aboard, gentlemen. I am the captain of Our Lady's ship. I reluctantly agreed to Our Lady's terms because I did not expect additional cargo for this voyage. You and your additional weight will be stored below in the hold with the rest of the crew. Her ladyship's armor and equipment will be stored in my cabin. Because we have exceeded the ship's tonnage, Our ladyship will fly above, riding the updraft from this vessel. As a result, we will need to make unscheduled stops for Our ladyship to rest. I hope you gentlemen will show the utmost respect for Our ladyship's discomfort, for I am not happy with this arrangement.
We're not cargo, you little fuzzball. Thank you for your willingness to put up with us, Captain. But we accompany Lady Beth not as ballast, but to help ward off danger that may occur along the journey.
Aye, Captain. To the hold with my gear as ordered, but only my gear. Sir, like Tiger T said, we appreciate your willingness to accommodate our presence, and we understand your upset regarding it. But as Tiger T pointed out, we are not here as Lady Beth's luggage. We are here to assist her as a matter of our devotion to her. If the good lady had even the slightest doubt of either of us to be properly respectful of her needs, I really don't think she would have let us come. If you have no further need of me, Captain, I will now take my stuff below to check it in. But in the meantime, I must insist on spending my waking hours up front in the forecastle. Staying in the hold will just give me a bad case of cabin fever, and possessing multispectral vision is of no use in the hold. I don't like being useless. Being a sentry up front is the best use of me at this time. Thank you, Captain.
The Cat Dude proceeded down to the hold to stash his gear, save for the armour he wore, and kept his dagger and multi-tool on his belt. Meanwhile, Tiger T waited his turn, while he watched the crew bustle about, preparing the ship for departure, while Beth went into the captain's cabin to shed the armour she wore. The ship gave off a slight creaking as it pulled away from the dock. Beth came out of the cabin and mounted up on the wheel deck. After a brief moment of concentration, her silver bracer glowed, and then wings appeared from her shoulders in an unfurling motion. She then made a light leap and took flight, catching the ship's updraft. The cat dude emerged from the hold onto the main deck. He stood by Tiger T, watching as Lady Beth glided above them.
You know, Tig, it's times like this I wish I had wings. Even in flight, she is magnificent.
Tiger T nodded at the cat dude's comment.
Flying does give you more freedom. On the other paw, there's the added need of wing care and preening.
He then went below to store his backpack, while the cat dude proceeded to take station at the ship's bow, taking survey of the space ahead of them. As he did so, he cycled through his visional spectra, shifting every minute or two. Tiger T soon came back up to the main deck and addressed the captain.
With your permission, I would like to keep CD company, Captain, for eyes can see more than two anyway.
Thus did the voyage begin. The ship, which the felines learned was named Ethereal Dawn, gently glided along in a flow of an astral current in this other space they were in. That they could breathe on an open deck meant this other space was not a vacuum. No world was visible below them, yet they had gravity holding them to the deck of the ship. But with most of their view being of a nearby cloud or nebula, mostly blue, with bright highlights of other colours, they just decided to enjoy the view. In time, they felt the ship heaving into a slight turn.
Captain, why are you changing course?
Captain's discretion where the safety of the ship, its crew, or cargo are concerned. Your ladyship will need to rest sooner or later. There's a set of sky islands about 4 bells on this course heading. We'll anchor there to allow you to rest and give all able bodies a chance to enjoy a large stash of donuts the crew recently obtained.
Puzzled at the first part of the captain's words, Tiger T turned to the cat dude.
How far, Isabel? How long will we travel to cross the distance?
Fortunately, my dad did a stint in the Navy before he went into private practice. A bell is a unit of time, not distance, specifically a half hour. So 4 bells is 2 hours away. You know when the ship's chronometer rings, hence the term.
Ah, so the bells just mark half hours. You learn something new every day when you travel.
Tiger T and the cat dude, however, were troubled by the second part of what the captain said, given the recent theft of a large cache of donuts at the Crosstime Cafe shortly before their journey had started.
I've a bad feeling about those donuts.
So do I.
At least we are away from the CTC at the moment.
Yes, indeed. Lady Beth's ever stern warnings notwithstanding, I think we're in a safer place.
As the ship's chronometer rang the first of 4 anticipated bells, the cat dude began to feel a bit uneasy.
Hey Tig, I need to go fetch something below deck. I'll be back in 10.
The cat dude went below decks to the hold. 10 minutes later, he returned topside next to Tiger T, holding his rune bag. He pulled out a tray and began arranging various runestone tiles on it, finishing with a selected set of 3 on the ready row at the top. Satisfied, he replaced the assembly back into the bag and then put the bag into a thigh pocket, closing it with both zipper and Velcro. Tiger T watched the whole thing with no small amount of curiosity.
They look kind of Nordic. What do they stand for? Or do?
Yes, they are Nordic. Each letter stands for a word of power, and it allows me to wield magic without the need for reagents or spell components. The power flows through individual mana. The technique was developed by the Azerians after Votan sacrificed his left eye in exchange for knowledge and wisdom. As for me, I learned it from the avatar of Realm Britannia. Seriously though, please do not read into what I just did. I'm not anticipating any immediate danger, but when things are this calm, I just get extra nervous when I'm in a new realm I haven't been in before. Trained precognition of danger, be it Jedi or Oberonite, depends on feeling the psychic lay of the land. That will take a few days to develop, so we do have a small added layer of vulnerability that will end shortly, so I'm just being extra cautious.
Tiger T nodded his understanding and then looked up at Lady Beth to see how she was doing.
I'm sorry we have caused you such a workout. Are you doing okay up there?
I'm fine, T, thank you. I can see the sky land up ahead. I'll go ahead and wait for you there.
I'm glad to hear you're good, my lady.
Unable to see the Sky Island through normal vision, the cat dude shifted his vision to ultraviolet, whereby he saw a dark mass in the distance. Shifting his vision to infrared, he was able to make out definite temperature variations.
Yes, definitely 3 bells away at this speed. Very well, my lady, we shall meet you there.
Lady Beth increased her speed, the crew and passengers watching her silhouette grow ever smaller until she was but a speck the size of a grain.
I can't see her anymore, but I think she landed on the far side of it.
I concur. She's likely landed and resting.
Hey, City, do you think we can do something to lose weight? Besides dieting, of course.
The only things I can think of are food and ammo. Hopefully this vessel will stop at some port where it can unload cargo before we get to Lady Beth's destination. Then she can be on the ship as well.
I feel kind of bad that she has to fly all the way for us to come along.
As do I. I do have an idea, but it's not a guarantee. I want to have Lady Beth's opinion before I try it.
Meanwhile, Lady Beth had reached the Sky Island and landed.
Can't let the others see me like this. Especially the little fuzzball. I'll never hear the end of it.